Best record ever. Hey everybody, welcome back to Honey, Let's Heal. Mandy here.
Natasha,
We're just gonna jump right in. We got our fancy jar. Pull that rabbit out of
okay,
a hat.
no peeking. Okay,
Drum roll. Stop. Is it Mama? Is it the same one?
no, it's not,
Oh,
but
good.
it's
Okay.
there's a reason we pulled this one.
Ah.
Reparenting
Oh,
ourselves.
cute. Oh, that's so
That's
good.
hilarious because that obviously falls right into line with what we were just talking about. All
So
right,
good.
reparenting
Perfect.
ourselves, which is
Cute.
funny because I have these books sitting here
Love it. Our book club.
for book club.
Last day is tomorrow.
That's wild too.
That is wild. Was that 10 weeks? Did we go 10
12.
weeks? 12? Wow. Oh, yeah. We did.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah,
Yeah, that was such a good one. Such a good one. I mean,
that is for sure.
we're gonna be able to talk endlessly about this, I feel like.
Yeah,
So where do we even begin? I mean, we've both obviously reparented ourselves a lot and
right.
continue to do so.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think the jumping off point there is um, recognizing that you have a lot of different parts or roles within you, and you can
Mm-hmm.
step into that parent role with yourself, and you can parent yourself. You can mother yourself, you can father yourself. If your caregivers couldn't do that for you or couldn't do it in a way that you could receive, you can do it for yourself now.
Yeah.
Um, cool. That's been like for a really long time. That's been my whole life is like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
we have these wounds. Now we have to look at them and we have to clean them out and we have to let them heal.
Right. Yep.
How do we
Oh,
start? How do we start reparenting ourselves? Is that a
well,
fair
and
question?
yeah, for sure. I think like mine is just like the follow up of what I said in the last session
Mm,
was just that acknowledgement piece of like something needs to change and I might need to be the one that has to do that, even if I don't know what I'm doing. I just
yeah.
have to be willing and ready to parent in a completely different way that I was. And usually, of course, we
Mm,
don't know what to do because
right.
most of us learn by example,
Right.
right? Like we are taught how to treat other people, how to interact, how to communicate. So when we feel like we weren't parented in a way that gives us those skills as adults, um, with children or not, we still then have to decide how we are going to, do these things in a different way
Yep.
without knowing what we're supposed to do, just knowing that we didn't like
Yeah.
what we had experienced. So it's definitely confusing,
Totally.
definitely like uncharted territory.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, we learn by observing, right? Like we have mirror
Mm-hmm.
neurons, which means that we are going to mirror our environment.
Yes.
And so if we don't grow up in an environment that is healthy, we can either carry on those traits or we can make a choice to choose differently.
Mm-hmm. And
Mhm.
unfortunately, I think most people choose to carry on with that choice.
Yeah.
And
I think some people are so unconscious that they don't even know they have a choice.
mm, do you think people are that disconnected that they don't even see that they can do something, that they are just completely like oblivious? Or is it fear of not just, or maybe unwillingness?
I think um so much of our society is in survival mode that they don't have the resources to go to the parts of their brain that can allow them to make a new choice.
Mm,
Yeah. Like when you're living
hmm.
from scarcity, when you don't know if you're going to be able to have supper or put food on the table for your
Yeah.
kids tomorrow, how are you going to make a better choice, right? Like you're
Yeah.
depleted. You don't have
Hmm.
the physical resources. How can you have the emotional or the mental resources?
Yeah. Well, maybe it shifts into both because I see that in for sure, but there's also like people with resources
Yeah,
that choose to be shitty people too.
totally. 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 I think one of the biggest components to reparenting ourselves is learning about the ego and learning about the healthy expressions of the ego versus the unhealthy expressions of the ego because most people are driven by ego and I don't think they realize it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
those people that are like stuck in like high school mentality?
Yes.
That's ego. Like that, like it's funny to watch people grow up and like do certain things to try to like rectify the fact that they like weren't popular in high school or were bullied
Mm,
or X, Y, and Z, right? Not realizing that like that shouldn't matter to them. Like what other people
right.
think shouldn't matter. What matters is like me, my energy, how I treat people, how I show up in the
Mm-hmm.
world, um, the kind of energy I'm bringing instead of what can I gain? What can I earn? Like, how do I show off? Like, ooh, look what I got, or look what I did.
Yeah.
Um, because like there's a healthy aspect of that where like we want people to go out and like fulfill their mission and live their life and do what they're supposed to do. So like the healthy ego is the fire that's going to get you there.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But the unhealthy ego is the one that's going to step on someone else's neck to get there, right?
Yep.
Like you don't care who suffers as long as you're winning or whatever.
Yeah. Yep. And we have a society full of that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like the majority of this podcast is us just being like, this is what's wrong with our society.
I know, I know. But until people acknowledge that,
Yeah.
that is just, it's just going to be like the cycle that, and we're just going to be in this loop of ridiculousness too for
Yeah.
far too long.
Mm. So, what are some practical steps we can give people for how to reparent themselves?
Mm. Yeah, that's interesting because it's when you factor in having to have a job, having kids,
Right.
responsibilities, like I think it's super hard for people
Yeah,
to do those
agreed.
things. Hmm.
Agreed. It's hard. That's why a lot of people haven't done it. Like, where do
Yeah.
you even begin? How do
Yep.
you even get started? It's, like a book is great, but if you're reading that book off by yourself, like, are you really
Mm.
absorbing? Like, if you could do it in a group or with a couple people, like, you're going to get reflections of all different angles and all different
Yep.
perspectives, and you're going to be able to see the full picture and take that in versus just
Yep.
doing it alone.
Yeah. Or even just processing it because reading it and actually implementing it are two different things.
Yeah.
And just like the last podcast, I think for me, it was just starting to operate from a place of empathy and then
Yeah.
also deciding like, um, I'm trying to kind of think like what I don't know if I really had like a aha moment or an epiphany moment, or if
Yeah.
it was just like a slow burn of
Yeah.
this happened and then this happened and
Yeah,
um
when you tell me about like your past experience, it does just seem to feel like you were just flowing and like you just ended up right where you needed to be when you needed to be there and you
yeah.
just did the work as it came.
Well, and I set boundaries and I ceased communication with
Mm,
people too when it wasn't healthy or productive or appropriate. And I've not
right.
really ever had a problem doing that before either, where I'm just like, okay, it's not worth my time or energy to be more concerned about you and what's going on hours away from me versus letting all of those things impact me and my family that I've created on a daily
Yeah.
basis.
Yeah.
To think it was that and just feeling disconnected in the first place. It wasn't really hard to set up boundaries when there didn't seem to be a bond there in the
Yeah.
first place.
Yeah. Totally.
But it's also
Totally.
the choice to then, what do I want the bond to be with my relationships, my kids, my friends? Because I could have chosen to continue to have a disconnected bond with
Mm,
my kids and with friends, or I can choose to try to nurture and grow those things and have it be different than it was for me instead of feeling disconnected from everyone all of the time or feeling lonely or
yeah.
um, displaced.
Oh,
But
that's a
that's a
good
conscious
word.
decision too, because
Yeah,
anybody can do what they were taught,
right.
but you have to, I think, genuinely just kind of be sick of shit, but also then be ready to decide that you're going to do something different, even though you don't know what you're
Totally.
doing.
Yeah, totally, totally. Did you rely on books or do you feel like life just kind of handed you what you needed?
I feel like it was more life for sure, like
Experiential.
experiences,
Mm,
people. I had some really good like mentors when I was in grad school that
yeah,
were women that are still
yeah.
very, very like important to me and
Mm,
that have like set a tone
yes.
for me and other people that like stepped. And I think I talked about this last week with Kara when we were all three here, was the guy that I dated in high school. His family, like especially his mom, was just like
Yeah,
that timing, like being a young teen and then meeting her and just feeling like nurtured and loved, included was definitely
yeah,
like the piece that I was missing. And she came in like perfectly when I
yeah,
needed that. So
yeah.
creating your own,
And that was like a really solid foundation for you, right? Because that was a long relationship, wasn't it?
yeah, yes. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And it's funny because my really good friend Amanda, she was dating his brother who was in the same grade as me, and they've been married now for over 20 years. Like
Oh,
she met him when
wow.
she was like 13,
Yeah,
12 or 13 years old, and they have been together since we were in high school.
yeah. It's
So
wild how normal that is for us and like where we grew up and live. Because like
yeah,
that's common, that's so normal. But then when you look at like the world stage and like big city, like that is so wild to people to
yeah,
think, and hear.
yep.
Crazy. Yeah.
And I know that she's always talked about how influential
Hmm.
Claudette was too, like to
Yeah.
her at the time in life when she needed that person. And it's so funny because the last time she was in town, we went out and spent the afternoon together. And she said that her son's girlfriend is in a similar like home
Hmm.
situation that
Yeah.
Amanda was in. And she's
Yeah.
like, I am prepared for that because of what I went through with Claudette and knowing like
Yeah.
this is how we bring someone in and this is how good it feels to be
Yes.
accepted.
And
So it's
build
so
someone
funny
up.
that, yeah, like so 20 years later,
She
Amanda
gets
is
to do
now like
it.
continuing the
That's
cycle
so
of like
cool.
providing a safe space for,
I
you know,
love that.
the girl who's looking for someone because Amanda
Yeah.
received that at the
That's
same
so
time. So it
cool.
was, yeah, that was
Well,
really cool
we
to hear from her.
we definitely talked about that on one of the previous episodes of like other
Hmm.
people's parents parenting us. Like I
Yeah.
am so grateful for those other parents in my life that like I had all these bonus parents and it was amazing.
Hmm.
And I can't imagine what life would have been like without that extra
Yeah.
help, right? Like it really does take a village.
Hmm. Well, maybe that's what's important for some people to hear is, if you see that person, that younger, like the niece, the girl across the street that
Yeah.
seems to be kind of floating around in the ocean by herself, like really acknowledge how important and how influential you can be
Yeah.
in
Send her
helping
a
people.
lifeboat. Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, this ocean can be brutal, but when
Hmm.
we get together and work together, it's actually quite manageable and even fun sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Mm, that's awesome. So for me, reparenting myself, it all started in like, ooh, maybe back to 2017. I don't know for sure when it started, but whenever Nicole LaPera, the holistic psychologist, whenever she came on social
Mm,
media, I was just like, like moth to a flame, like, okay, this is what I need. This is exactly the information I'm looking
hmm.
for. And I'm just taking it in and taking it in and applying it. And like, even still, someone that I check in with on a daily basis through social media, like, what's she teaching today? Like, what other
Yeah.
tool can I add to my tool belt?
Yep.
She does a really good job at making like skits and like having parents talk to kids, but like what's actually happening energetically instead of like
Hmm.
the conversation with. between the two. It's very cool. She's
Yeah.
a huge resource. She has a couple books out too. I would highly recommend those ones. Um,
Because a lot of your journey did come from like other like books,
yeah, oh,
videos,
books. Books,
for sure.
YouTube,
It
podcasts,
it's
like
so funny how our stuff is so opposite
it is.
of like
It's we I have
everything.
goosebumps. I
Because I'm
know.
like, nope, I didn't read no fucking books.
So funny.
Like those like situations just and people just presented themselves where you really like dove
I was
into
like
like
a
all of the
recluse.
resources.
Yes, I was a recluse and I needed to like build myself up internally before
Hmm.
I could go out into the world and hold my head high. But yeah,
Yeah.
we are so, it's so funny.
So yes.
Yeah,
But I think that's what's going to be helpful to people. They can see both ends of things too.
totally. Totally. Yeah. Yeah, we talk about that a lot because in order to survive, you had to go and do. And for me, in order for me to survive, I had to like freeze and shut down. And
Hmm.
getting out of that has been such a mother, like just brutal.
Yeah.
Um, but I've done it and now I'm at a place where like I can't believe it. And like my self 6 years ago would be like, "You're doing what with who? What?"
Yeah.
So amazing,
Same,
like
same.
it's worth it. The work is hard, but you can either stay the same, that's gonna be hard, or
Right.
you can do work and that's gonna be hard too, but it's gonna be so worth it.
More
The
rewarding.
outcome on the other end,
Yep.
my incense is thriving over here.
Yours is like in the convo. That's why it's coming over. Mine's just going straight up.
Cute. Were you guys warm today down there? The sun is
No,
so bright behind you. Oh,
no,
it's still cold.
no, it's a deceiving, deceiving temptress.
Okay,
I
well,
know. I was like, oh, it must be so nice. And we went outside. Nope, it's not. The
that's
sun is
okay.
out, but it's
It'll
cold.
change soon. Yeah.
Did you see it's supposed to be almost 90 on Wednesday
Yeah.
and
Crazy.
then
I don't think
drop
ours is
back
quite
down
that
again?
high.
I think we're
Yeah, it
at
just keeps doing
87.
that. It just keeps doing that. Look at us being all Midwest talking the weather. It keeps going up and
Up
then
and
dropping way down, but whatever. We just gotta live
medication
with it.
adjustment for Mother Nature's bipolar disorder.
Yeah, for real. For
Please get your
real.
meds adjusted.
Oh, gosh. Well, I think like reparenting yourself has to be really hard. Kara would also be a good one to have in on this because
Hmm.
I feel like she's had to really like support herself through some really brutal things,
Yeah.
just,
Yep.
internally, and I suppose with
Hmm.
God and our spirit team, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
our
Yep.
energetic support. But it's not easy, but it is worth it. And
Hmm.
I think it's normal to not feel like you know what you're doing. And I talk about this a lot with friends, but it's like when I was little, I thought adults were so smart and knew everything. And now that I'm adult, I realize that none of the adults knew shit. And
Yeah.
everyone is just winging it and just, ah, the shit show is
Hmm.
real.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
um, you get some perspective as an adult where you're like, oh, I guess,
They didn't have all the answers. And I think that's where like the empathy piece can come in too, is because
yeah,
we don't know what we don't know. And
exactly.
there's probably plenty of situations where we would have done something different. So what's that not to say that our parents wouldn't have done things differently too?
Totally. Totally.
I think the empathy piece helps to push out the anger. At least for me,
Yeah.
it did.
Well,
Yep.
I didn't feel my anger for a really long time.
Hmm.
And then like in the last 6 months or maybe the last year, I've
Hmm.
really started feeling angry. And it's
Yeah.
not a fun feeling, but I'm honestly just so relieved and grateful that I can finally feel it because there's a lot of anger. And
Yeah.
I never really got to feel that because I was just so sad.
Hmm.
So I know anger can be overwhelming and I have to like mind my P's and Q's to make sure that that fire doesn't burn things down that aren't supposed to be
Yeah.
burned
Yep.
down, right? Like we got to do a controlled burn here where we release the shit that needs to go.
Hmm.
Like when they burn fields, right? They do that what to like
To
nourish the
decrease the risk.
soil.
well, and then to decrease the risk of something catching and having it be uncontrolled.
Mm,
Yeah. And
yeah.
then, yep, for the soil, because the ash is good for it, but it's better to, yeah, to stop that from happening later. If all you
Right.
have to do is, set a couple boundary lines with the fire or whatever you're doing and know that
Absolutely.
it won't go into your crop, that's better than waiting for something to happen and have it be catastrophic for you.
Yeah. Totally. Totally.
And I think one thing with reparenting too is just looking at your own emotional intelligence
Mm,
and managing your emotions in a healthy way. Because if we're having to reparent ourselves for some situation, it's probably, something that didn't go well.
right.
So when we talk about like important things to think of is your own way that you handle high risk situations, managing your
Yeah.
thoughts and your feelings and your actions, but all cognitive behavioral therapy,
Right.
right?
Can we
And
talk can we talk about emotional intelligence and like
mm-hmm,
what our emotions actually mean? Because like our emotions are our guidance system, right? Like
right.
anger is like what when someone crosses a boundary.
Mm-hmm. Or when we have not set a boundary.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And like what would some of the other ones be? Um
Well, just even the way that we process emotions, like if we are experiencing grief and sadness, and instead of trying to find, where's my support system, we're going to go drink or use
right.
drugs. That's not a healthy coping skill because we still have to process those emotions. Using
Right.
drugs and alcohol does not help that situation go away or lessen it. It just prolongs it. So
Yeah, or
it's,
amplifies it.
mm-hmm, yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I
it's
think
managing things in a healthy and a safe way.
yes. I think part of my biggest part of reparenting myself was learning the emotions and what they mean, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I don't think I really ever got to feel my emotions. I think
Yeah.
that was all had to be pushed down to survive. And I think that's pretty normal on this planet, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, and we're only taught basic emotions like happy, sad, and mad. Where if everyone were to go onto Google and type in emotion wheel, it's like
Mm,
the coolest chart ever because it starts with those core emotions and then there's different levels. So if you like, you can see what emotions are connected to anger. So you find out the core emotion is the inner emotion, but the ones on the outside might be disappointed,
mm,
disdain, um, despair, and you can see what core
yeah.
emotions those are listed, those are connected to, and see how closely they might come to other core emotions. So everyone
Yes.
Google emotion chart or emotion wheel, and it's just a
Yeah.
really really cool resource
Someday
and graphic.
I'll get better at Zoom and we'll be able to just share a screen and put it out there ourselves, but
Yes, yeah.
skills yet acquired. Um, what I have a lot of
Actually, do
what?
you, so if you do start share, see, click on
Yeah,
the bottom where it says start
yeah,
share,
yeah.
click on that and see what happens. Do a practice.
Oh
Does
yeah,
it does it pull up the
it
internet?
does. Well,
See if it works.
I have my camera roll. I might have one on my camera roll from our um book club.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And I can keep talking while you look
Yeah,
too.
keep talking. Keep
But yeah,
talking.
I think that emotional awareness and just being able to identify them and name them and then understand the rationality and the irrationality with our responses as well. Because
Yeah,
sometimes people think that, oh, I was so wronged. I was taken advantage of. This person did this to me. When we actually sit back and think about it after we pull those emotions out, it's like, oh, well, maybe I overreacted or took that
yeah,
too far. Or, like you said, too, anger being a part of like your boundary crossed. Or did we
yeah.
not set a boundary? Is it,
Right.
did we let things go and go and go and go and go? Did we let the same shit fly 20 times and then get mad
Yeah.
on the 21st?
And
Because
how common
that's,
is that for women, right? The people
yeah,
pleasing of like being a good girl.
yep.
Yeah.
And then wondering, well, why did they do that to me? Because you allowed that for this
Yes.
many times.
Yep. Yep. What core emotion would resentment relate to?
I think the resentment is connected to anger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
When we can get that, that will be, I'm
I I
pretty
can't
sure
get it,
it's,
but we'll figure it out for
yeah.
future.
Because sometimes you can actually like pull up the internet too.
Okay. I'll have to play around
And
with it when we're
yeah,
not
we'll do that.
recording because otherwise I just freeze like, oh, I can't
Oh,
expand this way yet.
because that would be really good to be able to help to, because we're going to
Totally.
have to learn how to do that
Yeah.
since we never know what our topic is.
I know. It's
It's not like
totally.
we can prepare it.
Yeah. I'll just
Um,
have to have a file on my phone with a bunch of good
Potential,
infographics. Or
yeah,
maybe can I link my Pinterest? Because my Pinterest is where I keep all the goods.
probably,
Yeah,
probably,
I'll have to play around.
yeah.
So to like round it out, we want to balance our emotional intelligence
Hmm.
with like our situational intelligence in order to reparent ourselves, right? Like, is there anything else
Hmm.
that we need? Like, what other tools?
I like how you use like books too, like accessing resources,
Books and
not just,
podcasts.
yes,
I feel like a resource manager because if someone came to me with a question, I bet I could give them a podcast to listen to or an
I
expert
believe
in the
that.
field. Like
Yes. Yep.
um Mastin Kipp is another huge
Mm.
resource for people reparenting themselves. He is incredible. He's like a expert in like trauma and the way trauma is experienced in the body and the
Yep.
communication between the body and the brain and all of that. So he is, man, I what an invaluable resource learning from him.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There's
Mastin
so
Kip.
many. Mastin Kip. There's so many. I mean, so many. I
Hmm.
guess I'll have to start writing show notes and I'll have to put that in the description too.
Oh, yeah.
We're learning as we go here, people.
Yeah. Comment section. Share our additional resources.
There wasn't a class to take on how to become a YouTuber, so you just got to
Right.
figure it out as you go, right?
Yep. Exactly.
Although there probably is a video on YouTube on how to become a YouTuber that
I'll
we could have
ask
watched
my
first.
kid and his little homie
Cute,
who has
yeah.
more followers than we do.
That's so funny. That's so cute.
Oh.
Um,
But I think
cute.
like the emotional intelligence piece,
Yeah,
just in seeing that things within your life need to change and be different, and to
yeah.
acknowledge the fact that you are going to continue the thing that you did not like if you don't choose
Mm,
to do something different. And the
yes.
responsibility is yours, and so is the power.
Yeah, they're your power and
Mhm.
control. Like you always say,
Yeah.
you have power and
Yep.
control.
Yeah.
What about the people? Like, how do we get to the people who are always blaming someone else for their problems? How do we break through that freaking,
Mm,
how do we get to them? Because they need to be gotten to.
yes. I
Well,
think
how do we
that
help them?
is, I think that is just being forthcoming, honestly. Like when someone says, well, what do you think? Or, if they continue to go on these tangents or complaints, it's asking permission first. Like, can I interject? Like, do you mind if I share something with you? Or can I make an
Mhm.
observation for you? Or
Yeah.
on, this is what I'm seeing. And
Yes.
I feel like when we do that, then again, we're asking permission. So they
Yes.
have
I would,
said, yep, you can do that.
yeah.
Where,
See, that's like the magic of the feminine, right? Like, instead of giving, you ask first if they're in a place to
mhm,
receive it.
yep. And then being honest, especially if it's a person that we care about. Do we want them to grow? Do we want them to
Yeah.
come with us? Because we're not going to be able to grow and take people along with us that aren't growing. So if
Right.
we want for them what we want for ourselves, then we need to have higher expectations for them because we have high expectations for ourselves.
Yeah.
But people
Yeah.
will never know or be able to understand what we see if we don't say that to them. So then
Yep.
we can't get mad that they're not figuring it out if it's not being brought to their attention.
Right. Right.
Because it is
Yeah,
what the
that's a
rose colored glasses type of a thing is, they're
yes.
not going to see through the
Yes.
same lens. And that
Yep.
happens to all of us, because when we're in the situations, like, because you've helped me process through so many all the time, because when I'm in it, I'm only seen from my perspective. That's why when I call,
Right.
I'm like, hey, help. Because how many times have I said that? Can you help me
Yes.
see this in a bigger realm? Because I need to
Yep.
step back out of it.
Yep.
Um, but people also have to be willing to ask too at the same
Yeah,
time,
totally.
because I do that a lot. Can you please help me see this
Yes.
from this perspective? But I also already know that I have work to do and I want it to be done. But to get to the
Right.
people that haven't seen that yet, I think it's definitely asking permission and then being honest with them, even if they get
Yeah.
pissed off, because their
Yeah.
response is up to them,
Right.
not us. Their response is a reflection of them,
Yeah.
not us, because we were working and
Yeah.
operating from authenticity,
Right.
affection, and love for them.
Right. But how many times do women hold their tongue because they want to avoid a specific reaction from whoever they're talking to?
Right.
But this also brings us back to the feminine, like the brilliance of the divine feminine is asking for help. Like
Yeah.
we are one person. We are not supposed to do this alone. Like this
Yes.
Earth is a school and this is a group project, okay? Like
Yes.
you are not meant to do this alone. You are meant to be helped by many and you are meant to help many. Like that's the whole point of being here is to
Yeah.
learn and to teach from
Mm-hmm.
and for each other. And I think that's the magic of life. Like
Yeah.
I love connecting with people. It's so fun
Mm-hmm.
to like
Well,
build
early,
relationships and see people for who they really are and like let that like hold space for their entire being, for the good and the
mm-hmm.
bad, the
Yeah.
light and the dark.
Well, and earlier we were talking about, how do we get things to change? How do we
Yeah.
change and grow? Well, if we're not going to address things, then it's not going to. So if we really want to see like a societal change or an energetic change, then we have
Mhm.
to start speaking up too. Otherwise, it will just
Right.
continue to be what it has been the whole time. So we can't get
Right.
mad when we have
Right.
allowed this story to continue,
Yep.
because we are choosing to not operate
We
from a
have
place of honesty.
we have to be the change.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that's quite the homework assignment for people.
It's due tomorrow by 4 p.m.
Oh
TikTok
man, TikTok, that's funny. Mm.
clock is ticking.
Mm. What are some like really easy practical things that people could do right now, today, to reparent yourself?
I think to operate, like, if you know what you were missing, like what emotion was missing for you, or what you needed, give that to yourself.
Yep.
Like if it's just a hug, man, I really could have
Yeah,
used a lot more hugs.
a self hug.
Do one of these.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. This is also a great way to like retrain your nervous system. Bilateral
Mm-hmm.
stimulation,
Yeah.
give your body positive experiences, help
Yeah.
flush out the bad ones.
Yeah. Or when people are like,
Re-experiencing.
oh, I wish that my parent would have made more, like, we would have had more family meals. Get your
Mm.
ass in the kitchen and fucking cook something. Like,
Yes.
microwave is not cooking.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
chef it up.
Yes.
Um,
That was one
yeah.
of the best gifts for my childhood was always eating together, supper.
Yes.
Always,
Yep.
always, always.
Yeah.
Um,
Same. My dad always made sure that we all eat at the table, like all of my like family holidays. We're all at the
yeah,
table. Well, and you've been
yeah,
here for our meal times too. Like we
yeah,
do it like there's no technology, there's no TV or
yeah.
phones on. We're all at the table. We all
Chit
help get
chatting.
that together.
Those are
Yep.
my favorite moments of life, right? Like
Same.
gathering
Yes.
together, eating, giving each
Yep.
other shit. Um,
Yes.
yeah, it's so fun. It's so, so
Yep.
fun. For me, a lot of my reparenting was like going back, like looking back into childhood and like, what did I like? What did I just do all the time naturally, right? And so for
Yes.
me, that was
Yep.
singing. So like I sing as much as possible. um, dancing, letting that inner child know that she's safe now and
Mm-hmm.
that she has a healthy place to express herself. So being an artist is a really, it's really important to me and my self-healing, but I also believe that every human being is their own work of art. Like you are the art and the artist, and you hold that creative power, and what are you going to do with it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it was funny because I was going to say that something similar is to like go back to what you enjoyed as a child and reparent, like I
Yeah.
said, reparent yourself from there or doing those things,
Yes.
tapping back into those outlets.
Totally. Well, one fun thing I did was I started like asking my relatives about me as a little kid. So I got to, one, see myself from their eyes. So that was really healing in and of itself.
Mm-hmm.
But then to like get their feedback and like to have some people like kind of tell the same story, we're like, wow, that was like, I really didn't let people get away with shit, or like I really
Yeah.
was a powerhouse or like a stubborn little
Yep.
not gonna let shit fly type vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then letting yourself embody that when it's appropriate.
Yep. And taking
Giving your
time when you need to.
Yeah. Yes, I mean that's huge. Like that could be you should actually write that down as a topic, taking time. Our society is so driven and go, go, go and do, do, do. And everyone's weekends are filled from, the time they're in elementary school until they have their kids of their own, and those kids have activities every weekend, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
we don't have a society that knows how to take time. Um, we also don't have a society that even has the luxury to take time, right? Like if you're living from survival mode, you don't have those resources to take
Right.
the time. Mm, good one. Good one. Love it. Put that bunny in the hat jar, whatever. I don't know how long we've been going because I forgot to bring my phone over here.
I don't even know what
So
time it is now.
I
But I
don't
mean,
know
I
what
feel
time.
like we covered a lot.
What time did we start?
6:30 ish,
Oh, okay.
6:20 ish.
Okay. Okay. Could have been going for like a half hour. But I do feel like we've covered a lot.
Yeah. Well, anything else on reparenting?
I'll list books and podcast people in the show notes so people can branch out when they like really want resources.
Yeah.
Um, Natasha and I host a book club, a self-healers circle book club. If you ever want to join us, you can find a page on Facebook called Sacred Indigo Sisterhood Mystery School and Prayer Collective. That is my group. I share a lot
Yay.
of fun stuff there. And Natasha's is Vibrant Life on Facebook. She's an energy healer and lots of other things. So follow her there too. Do we have any final thoughts on reparenting yourself? I mean, just giving yourself permission to do it and
Mm-hmm.
do it bad some days and do it good some days and
Yep.
not do it some days, right? Like
Right.
giving yourself permission to be a human and to let
Yep.
life be messy when it needs to be messy.
Mm-hmm. I think just coming to the realization that it is up to you. Like nobody
Yeah.
else can do it for you. It's no one else's fault anymore. Like we are
Yeah.
grown-ups. So like
Yep.
we again that power and control piece, we get to choose to either do better or we can choose to stay in the same cycle of shit, misery,
Yeah.
whatever. Like
Yeah.
we get to choose that. We're grown-ups. So
Yes. Yep. Yep. Cute. I don't
okay.
know. I think take this as your permission slip to like buy a coloring book or take that art class at your local community center or,
Mm-hmm.
go
Go
for a walk.
outside.
Yeah, go for a walk by yourself without your cell phone and just look
Mm-hmm.
and like be with nature.
Yep.
I feel like forest bathing, peace bathing is such a huge thing for me. Like
Yeah.
that was my favorite thing to do as a kid was to be in nature. And so
Yep.
now it should be my first reflex of like, oh, I'm not feeling good. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
get your butt out there
We need to get
then.
outside. And we're
Yep.
lucky that we have access as quickly as we do.
Yeah, we are really lucky to live where we live.
Yeah. I wouldn't live
Yeah.
anywhere else.
Cute. Well, happy reparenting, everybody. Let us know in the
Yes.
comments your strategies, your tools,
Mm-hmm.
your fun little ways that you like. I take my inner child with me to the comedy club every Wednesday, right? Like,
Yeah.
or if I go there on weekends, or if I go to a concert and I need to dance, or, however you do it.
Yep.
I mean, if you look at our society is such an escapist
Mm-hmm.
society, right? Like we go to drink, we go to party.
Disconnect.
What
Yep.
are you doing there, right? You're trying to tap into your inner child energy. You're trying to channel that freedom, that carefree, no responsibilities.
Yeah.
Um, you can do that for yourself without
Mm-hmm.
all of those things, you know?
Distractions. Yeah. And the interferences.
Interferences, yes, they create static in your
Mm-hmm.
field and they separate you from yourself and from others. And
Yeah.
yeah, cute. Okay, everybody, that was fun.
Yes.
We'll see you next time. Okay, love you. Bye.